here with Gary from Exodus. Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
I'm alright, mate. I'm cool. It's good to see you back in the UK.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
Yeah. How do UK crowds compare to the rest of the world?
They're pretty violent. London's always, crazy. Shit always snaps off, and the shows preceding this have been like really nuts. But it's cold though.
Yeah.
There's 85 degrees 2 days before I left.
Oh, where were you?
In California.
Bit of a contrast.
But actually, it was like record heat for that time of year. It was smashing records. So, it's not like that now. It's cold as fuck too.
Yeah, London could be pretty much relied on to be this cold. So.
Yeah, you think I'd be prepared for it, but I'm not. Never am.
I don't think we are either over here.
Yeah.
It's cool. The thrash revival of recent years. I mean, what do you think of that? What do you think of the new bands coming up?
Well, there's a lot of great new bands, and it still kind of blows my mind to see like 16-year-old kids, making up the majority of our audience, and they're wearing like the uniforms from 1985, the high top tennis shoes and all that shit. I wish I still had all my old shoes. I could sell them on eBay. That shit's going for big money. The vintage Reebok and Nike, big giant moon boot shoes.
Yeah, definitely hard to find. Take it from someone who's tried.
I used to have those first Nike Air pumps that they made. The ones came in an ice chest basically. And they had a pump, an external pump, looked like a douche applicator. And I paid. Me and Rick, went out and bought them first day they were out at the Nike outlet. They were like $190, and that was in like '91. Yeah. God, I could get a fortune for those things. I could probably buy a car with them now. But I think it's really cool, seeing these kids, into the kind of music that we love doing ourselves,
It's cool, man. So you're coming up to the end of 2010. What are your plans for next year?
We're just going to keep touring and stuff. We have a lot of territories to hit and a lot that we need to hit again, and as far as like next album, that's way far out in the future, that probably won't be for a couple of years. So just stay busy on the road. Cool.
Yeah, just promoting the album and that, yeah?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I mean, you've been going for a long while now. Are there any bands that you haven't toured with yet that you'd really like to?
AC/DC.
Oh yeah?
My heroes. Fucking Angus and Malcolm, Fuck, with the ex-wife, I had 2 daughters. If I'd had a son, I wanted to name him Angus Malcolm. And she wasn't having none of that. She said, fuck that. I said, come on. It's destined for greatness, Fucking Angus Malcolm Holtz, Fucking what a bitchin' name. Then I said I'd settle for Malcolm. She wasn't having that either. Luckily, I had a girl.
Yeah, I bet she was relieved.
Yeah, because we agreed on that.
Right.
Like, come on, the Young Brothers,
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Yeah, so that would be bitching, yeah.
What about as a spectator? What would your ultimate concert lineup be?
I don't know. I've seen a lot of good ones, I mean, if I was putting together some fucking Dead or Alive lineup, probably have, Bon Scott, Cliff Burton, Cozy Powell, Richie Blackmore, he's alive but he's my hero, and reunite him with John Lord, that'd be bitchin'.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what it'd sound like, but it'd be badass, Maybe we'll go 2 drummers, throw Keith Moon in there too.
Yeah, sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So there's a lot of cover versions of your stuff out there. I mean, do you have a favourite?
A favorite what?
Cover version of one of your songs.
I haven't heard them all. I remember there's this band called Liar of Golgotha, like some obscure black metal band. They did like the best cover of Piranha.
Oh right.
It was like amazing.
Yeah. Oh, I've not heard that one.
It even the solos, everything, they even kind of matched the sound of it. It was really good,
Yeah. Okay. So up to now, what are the highs and the high and the low of your career?
Well, the low is obviously Paul's death and the drug addiction, and that ran rampant through the band. The highs are now. I'm happy, doing better than ever.
Yeah.
Just completely content with my lot in life. It's like doing what I love doing, making a living at it.
That's awesome, man.
I'm my own boss.
Yeah.
It's fucking sucks sometimes. Sometimes I wish someone else would do all the work. But you know, I totally love what I do.
What are your thoughts on the? I mean, they had like the Big Four tour recently. What are your thoughts on that? Because I mean, all those guys that kind of had a lull in the middle of their careers and they come back now, whereas you guys have been going sort of all the way through.
Well, Slayer's been kicking ass and still the heaviest band in the world. You know, Megadeth's making great albums. You know, Metallica took a step in the right direction, and Anthrax hasn't done anything forever. You know, but I think they'll make a good album. You know, they're the four that sold the most records. You know, and I don't sit and complain and snivel about, oh, it should be the big five. I know where I was when this shit was created, and I know it was the fucking, you know, one of two bands that started it. And you know, and all I know is, I think, maybe I'm biased, but I think I make some pretty kick-ass records on my own. So I don't sit and worry about all that kind of shit. You know, other people are always asking me, you know, don't you think it should be this? Like, you know, those are the four that sold the most records, and you could even say it's the big one and the other three guys. Because I mean, you have the biggest metal band of all time, and then the other three biggest thrash bands, you know, who all had great success, but you know, not even, you know, close to anything Metallica has. Nobody is, you know. So you know, it is what it is. You know, I'm happy. I'm here and playing tonight. I'm gonna kick some fucking shit down.
Cool.
Jack's playing his banjo back in the dressing room. So fucking metal.
The most metal instrument, surely.
Yeah, truly. You know, well, you got the like dobro guitars, you know, which are steel, you know, steel guitars, but he has a bluegrass band on the side. So.
Right. All right, awesome. Thanks very much.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
My pleasure.